no jumper, coolest podcast in the world, and basically this conversation was prompted, and I have to give a shout out to my boy Tommy G, because he recently went and did a video with the guy sitting across from me, Rondo, and he said it in the video, and then I believe he also texted it to me or called me and told me that out of all the hoods he'd been to all over the world, all over the United States at the very least, that you guys were arguably the craziest slash, I mean, I'm sure he found out about a bunch of stuff that he didn't talk about on camera, but he basically left more impressed slash freaked out by you guys than anybody else that he's ever done content with, which is saying a lot because the guy basically runs a YouTube channel where he goes to a different crazy ass area every single week.
No, yeah. It was a lot of shit at the cut, and he saw a couple of things, not too much, like 1% of the shit that we do behind the scenes. I don't know. We not a gang. We don't clarify. We not a gang. We don't do none of that little. You know, we move as a family. We're a family. We're a brand. We're a business. We're businessmen. You know? And we don't like to do too much talking. You know, I would have never took that interview from Tommy G because we don't like that type of light. You know, that type of spotlight brings in RICO cases and all this type of.
But how'd you get connected?
Well, it's because of the music. That's the only reason that I even accepted the videos, because you know, the publicity for the music.
You knew it was shining a light on you.
Yeah, but one of the fans had sent him a text message. I mean, sent him an email, and he had got back to me, and then we got on a call, and we scheduled everything. And
you ended up feeling like he was trustworthy?
Tommy G?
Yeah.
It was a little skeptical, but me and the homies, we got together and we talked about it.
I mean, he's gone through it with me and told me that he will send a video back and forth to the people that he filmed with over and over and over, blurring out different little things that they don't want in the videos and stuff like that. So he seems like he goes really, really hard to not anything up for people.
Bro. I got a lot of love for him, bro. When I met him in person, I thought he would be just like a personality for the camera, or oh, he just acts like this on camera, but he's actually like that in person. He's like genuinely cool, and he's nice to everybody. He's chill, and he always has the questions coming off the top of his mind. He'll never let something get dry.
Very genuine and curious, and just kind of goes into these environments that he has no business being in, and he just has a good attitude about it, and he asks genuine questions, and people open up because they know and they understand that he doesn't really come from this world and he doesn't really know about this stuff, but that he's interested.
Yeah. But it was a little common misconception in the video. People was thinking we from Fremont. We's not from Fremont. That's just where the food was. They got good food.
Okay.
You know, most people they claim cities. We don't claim cities. We be from everywhere. But most of the homies, they're from South Hayward, San Jose. Me personally, I'm from Union City. But we don't really claim cities. We just get together. You know, we got each other's backs. We do our business.
So normal gang stuff or street stuff usually gets associated based on neighborhoods and stuff like that, but your thing is more about the ethnicity or the nationality?
We're just a family, but yeah, it's not a gang, but I like to kick it around my own.
But that's how you guys know each other and everything?
Even him, he's half Afghan, so that's why we bring him around.
Right, because the video, I think, tagged you guys as just Afghan gangs, which I'm trying not to use the word gang, but it's proving kind of difficult because that is what he named the video.
That's what he named it, but if you want to call it that, that's what you could call it because that's your opinion.
Right.
And you can say it all you want.
I'm just quoting Tommy.
No, I don't got a problem with you saying it, but me personally,
you don't
I wouldn't call it a gang. We're a tribe.
Right.
We're a family. My bad, I forgot the question you asked.
No, when he labeled it like an Afghan gang, what specifically, where is your family lineage come from, and how, do you know how long your family has been in the United States and everything?
No, yeah, so we do only kick it around Afghans, just cause I'll get into explaining that, just remind me, but yeah, my family, they're all from Afghanistan. They came from war. They came, I think my pops came in the 80s, and I think my mom came in the 90s or 2000s. I'm not sure, but yeah, they come from the land. You know, all the homies, we're all first generation Americans. You know what I mean?
And what kind of work did your parents go into when they came out here?
They went through a lot of stuff. We never really had money at some point. My dad was a hot dog vendor, and he was driving taxi and little stuff that didn't make too much money. You know, sometimes the lights would go out and little stupid stuff like that. But he tried his best. He provided. You know, he put all that street shit aside and manned up. You know, he got married and had kids, and he tried to switch his life around.
Mm-hmm. And what was your relationship with him?
I love my dad.
Right.
I love my dad. He's so funny, bro.
Did he try to keep you out of like crime and street stuff?
My dad is a good guy. You know, he did his best for everything. It's just like I don't know, bro. He was good. He told me to stay out of the stuff. He told me not to do this stuff. He always gives me warnings and stuff like, don't do this, don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps me laced up with information.
Definitely. That's good to hear. And so, okay, when did you hop off the porch, as they say?
I never hopped off the porch.
I mean, when did you start? Like, I feel like there's a distinct part of your life where you're a kid, and then there's like when you start becoming a man.
I was always a badass kid, bro. I was always a bad kid.
Really?
From elementary, I was getting expelled from elementaries, expelled from middle schools, expelled from high school. I was just like, they call it in Farsi, like, I was a short-ass kid, you know what I mean? I was hella bad, hella energy. Always, like, wanting to break shit, like, fuck some shit up. Always fighting. That's one of the most things I always got in trouble my whole life. I always liked fighting. That was, like, my favorite thing to do. Fight.
Really? Like, about what kind of stuff?
It's bullshit, just fight. You know, like, not verbal fight, like, physical fight. Yeah.
Like, within your friend group, or do you have ops already at that point?
No, it's just over little arguments, you know, just like if somebody like says some stupid shit, just fly on them. I don't know if like people would be always like talking on the net, so we'd go pull up on them. And the thing about us, bro, we always run fair. We never jump nobody. We don't do no jump. If somebody calls out ones, all the homies is good at hands, bro. We all got hands. We all got good ground game, you know. It comes with the Afghans. They know how to fight on the ground too. Like we don't really wrestle. Like if you've seen in the video, we don't really do like the wrestling, but we decent at it like naturally. You know what I mean? Like they call in Afghanistan like polowani.
What's that mean?
Like wrestling, like wrestlers. Like you'll see like if you watch videos in Afghanistan, like they just like it's not technique, it's just all strength.
Right.
They'll just like wrestle each other off just pure strength, trying to like pull each other down and shit.
Interesting. So when did you like start getting arrested or having that kind of happen to you when you were younger?
Like 13, 14.
What kind of stuff are you getting into?
Armed robbery.
Who put you onto that?
I didn't do nothing.
Well, you got arrested for it.
Yeah, I've been arrested.
They might have been misled about what really happened.
Nobody put me on to nothing, but I've had arrests. I've gotten caught up for like stolen vehicles, like gun charges and all this type of stuff. But yeah, just like the simple shit.
And so, like, was your friend group at that time the people that you're friends with now, or did that come together later?
I've known my homies for a long time. Some people like I came a little newer, but, like not new within like a year, but like the past 2 years and stuff. But it wasn't a lot. Like we even had a bigger group back then, but a lot of the people fell off. Like it wasn't like we was like in one big clique. It was just like we was all mutuals type like, and like hella shit happened and we fell out. Those people, they're kind of like scary ass too. So
hella scary. Hella scary.
Meaning you start getting into stuff and then they just kind of bail out before things are done?
Yeah, they don't know how to handle business.
Really?
Yeah.
And are we talking about just issues with other people, or were you getting into like actual business, making serious money at this point?
See, the difference between like the Afghans in the street and all these other people is we about the money. We about the money, huh? You know what I mean? Like we put all the beefs to the side. We got beefs. Like when it comes down to taking care of shit, take care of shit. But our main priority is money. Like we running after money. We got different ways of running up money. Money is the motive. We're trying to make money.
Because that's like the stereotype or the idea that the average person who lives in a city has about like people who, you know, like there's just certain businesses that it feels like people from your side of the world kind of end up dominating.
Like dominating what?
Just in terms of business, like, you know, but then you're probably more tapped into the street side of things, which I don't really know about in terms of like people making money in that way. People act like based on hip hop and stuff, you would kind of think that most crime was not committed by your race.
We keep it real low key. It's real low key. We don't talk about. We don't post nothing. We don't do nothing. We just keep it low key. We don't work with too many people. We keep it like tight, like the Italians in the '90s.
Communal.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
We keep it amongst the Afghans.
Yeah.
For sure. Who do you guys beef with? Like other races, or is it more like neighborhoods and shit?
She's a nugget.
We don't beef. I don't know this type of question.
I mean, in your music and in that Tommy G thing, it did seem like you've got issues with people. That there's problems.
Everybody loves us. We love everybody. We're people of peace.
Why was that guy screaming outside the food spot?
Oh, that's just some another Afghan guy. I know him. He's a crackhead. Like
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
he used to be cool. Like my dad introduced me to him. He used to be my dad's friend growing up. But now he just sleeps on the street. He's just a crackhead. He's cool before the video that we've seen him all the time. Like he'll come shake our hand and be like, "Assalamu alaikum, Lolo John," all this type of stuff. That day, like we've even tried to help him get like sober. Like, but that day he was just tweaking out hella hard. And if we beat that boy's ass. Cause bro, it was multiple of us.
How are you gonna look? Yeah.
First, like you can never win with the internet. If we beat his ass, they're gonna be like, "Oh, all these people jumped in. Oh, they think they're so tough." And I'm not trying to talk this on bro, but he's a known snitch. I swear to God, like brother's a snitch. That nigga is a snitch, bro.
Really?
Yeah, he's a known snitch.
The PD confirmed it.
Yeah, I was walking through the other day and getting food in Fremont, and this cop stops me. He's like, "Wait, ain't you the guy from the video with the white guy?" I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, what was up with that little guy from the video? He was tweaking out. I work in that little section at night. He'd be tweaking. He told him, he's like, oh, he always causes trouble. And he was like, oh, but we never see him get locked up. Word for word on my mom, on everything I love. Wallahi, it's Ramadan, so I wouldn't lie. He said, because he's a narc. Whenever he gets caught, he starts talking about everything and everyone.
Wow.
On my life. But,
that's crazy.
So look, if we hit that boy and then he presses charges and we crash out, they're gonna be like, oh, he crashed out over a crackhead or this and this. We find big cases and stuff, you know what I mean? We're not worried about a crackhead, bro. We got serious shit going on. We got not even like, you know, another thing that was misled in the Tommy G video, that it kind of sounded like we were being a little arrogant. You're not arrogant people. Like they're saying like, oh, they're flexing their ankle monitor and all this stuff. I was just saying, like, we got nothing to prove. Like, we've beat up people worse than this and, like, done this to people, like, who have, like, 100 times more rank than him, you know what I mean? Like, we're not worried about a guy who literally sleeps on that street, you know what I mean? Like, literally wakes up the next day on the street, you know? Like, I don't know if you get what I'm trying to get at.
No, definitely, because, I mean, everybody's got that friend who's down to fight, like, a total or, like, a random person, but, like, doesn't really have that energy for somebody who's more of a challenge.
He got mental health issues, bro. Like, I was like, if we beat bro's ass, like, how is God gonna look at us for beating someone that you know he's actually mentally ill, bro? Like, we know him personally. Like, he needs mental help. He just don't want to take it. He'd be taking other type of help.
Do you think he was showing out for the video because he knew it was going on YouTube?
No, yeah, for sure. You even hear him talk about, oh, bro, the video, I told the homies, you can hear me in the video. I was like, bro, be cool. It's hot. It's hot, bro. Like, don't do nothing for the cameras. Like, don't even whoop this boy for the camera. Let him get his 5 seconds of fame. He's already apologizing. My uncle already walked up on him. He apologized, saying, oh, I would never disrespect your family and this and this. So, simple shit like that.
Definitely. So, I mean, like, when you started catching more serious cases, when did that begin? Because I know there's one, like, really big one, but was there anything that led up to that? Like serious cases, like, yeah, like when, I don't know, you're talking about like getting little armed robbery charges or whatever. Like, when did you start actually really getting locked up? See, I never got locked up. I got away with, I ain't gonna say, yeah, but everything. Is he saying something that means like stop snitching on yourself? But I just want to know the translation. A lot of this stuff had got dropped for lack of evidence. So yeah, we play smart. And it goes into the thing of like, you know, like juveniles get everything so easy, bro. You know, when you a juvenile, bro, you get so many slaps on the wrist. Like those. Especially with COVID. Yeah, during COVID, yeah, too. Like they'll give you like something that you would do as a juvenile, like would get you like probation to like some serious shit, like stealing a car with a gun in the face of somebody and all this type of shit. Probably only get you like max like 6 months in juvie or a year, or like probation or some little shit like that. You do that shit as an adult, they gonna slap you with 10. But have you seen that since you were young? That like, because there's a lot of shit in like Northern California and Oregon and where they're like decriminalizing drugs and like not locking people up for shit. You sense that on the street as well? It feels like it's like a lot harder to get locked up at this point.
Like it just depends on the crime you're doing. Like if you're doing violent crimes and shit, like they're gonna get you. Like they're gonna try to get you. But if you're doing like little petty, like stealing and bipping and robbing and all this shit. Like if you're robbing civilians, you're a little, like, you're kind of dumb. Like they're gonna call the cops and you're gonna get like a case and everything. But if you're like hitting licks on like other people in the streets, like that's like the smarter move. Like they don't, like if they really claim to be street, they wouldn't call the cops on you. So you don't really gotta worry about those type of repercussions.
So you're saying robbing drug dealers was kind of like your thing at one point?
That's what you're saying.
I keep trying to get you. So how old were you when you caught this murder case?
16.
16.
Yeah.
What kind of shit were you getting into at that time in your life?
There was a lot of serious shit. Like, there's just a lot of shit going on in my life, you know? And I don't really want to talk about the situation because the case is beat. I would talk on a case that I've beat before, but I don't like to speak on the dead. I like to feel like if you speak, like, it's just really bad. Like, he's already gone. Like, what's the point of talking about it? And say, like the parents, like, of the person, like, if my kid got killed and the person, like, got away with it, I'd already be upset. But if I see them on the internet telling the whole story, like, I'd be horrified, you know what I mean? I'd be like, damn, so this is how my son went out and all this type of stuff. So for the peace of the people, and, like, it was a crazy story. Like, the getaway and everything, helicopters, like, 90 cop cars, dogs, UAV, all this type of bullshit. But even the initial thing leading up to it, but it was a little altercation that just went big for no reason. And
so is this somebody that you knew?
no, that's the first time I ever met him. But it was a misunderstanding on his part, and he got a little out of hand and tried to do some crazy shit. So that's a lot of the story already given out.
How long were you locked up for?
0.
Oh, so you never got locked up, but you had to fight it?
So, no, so I didn't have to fight it. It got dropped. Like, it wasn't that it was open and they were investigating and they were bugging for a little bit, like, detectives and all this shit. But after a while, like, you could even read the news report that he had a fake gun on him. Like, they found a fake gun on his body. Like, not on his body. I don't know where they found it. I didn't really, like, read too much up on it. Like, he had a fake gun. And, like, basically, it was a good self-defense case. And it got dropped. It was a self-defense.
So they never even bothered to charge you?
No.
Wow. And how long was this hanging over your head, though, that you were wondering about it?
I was so paranoid about it. Like, I thought, like, any minute they're going to just come in my door, like, because they never gave me information about it. They just said, we're going to, like, follow up with you. And, like, bro, like, day and night, like, I'm just so paranoid, you know? I'm like, oh, they're going to come in, like, they're going to come kick door, like, I mean, just pull me out of my house. I'm thinking about, like, damn, I got to get out the country. I got to do all this type of shit.
You thought about running?
Yeah, like, I didn't know what was going on. But after, like, a year, I had a lawyer check up on the case. And he was like, oh, no, it's been closed. It's a closed case. But they never told me anything. They just, like, they're like, we're going to get back to you. And they never got back to me. Like, they got back to me by saying, like, oh, like little shit, like, fuck, bro, I'm having a brain fart.
I mean, you're 16, and you just...
This was a while ago.
Yeah, and, like, you don't really know that much about how the legal system works, I'm assuming.
I did.
All of a sudden, you got this thing hanging over your head, and, like, you don't really... Because I feel like when a really rich rapper, like when Gucci Mane allegedly killed that guy, like, he got off on self-defense, but I'm pretty sure his lawyers were, like, in immediate communication with the police department and probably, like, really staying on top of it, I would think, versus you just being somebody who's, like, catching their first case and not really...
I think another thing that plays into it why they didn't lock us up is it happened around COVID.
Right.
COVID. So they wasn't trying to lock people up. And they weren't... I'm not really too old, bro. Like, I look a little older, but I'm a little younger.
What are you, like 20?
I'm 19.
19? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so... I've done a lot of shit that kind of, like, fried my brain a little. Like, not too much, but, like, I got really bad memory. You know, so...
You saying you did a bunch of drugs in your life?
I didn't do too many... No, I never got dabbled too bad, but I just started a little too young. Like, way too young. Like, around, like, elementary, like middle school.
You're with Zans or something?
No, I was smoking weed, but that shit fucks you up bad.
You
So
think weed fucks you up?
that
Like,
shit-
just
like-
when you're that young?
But you don't even know.
It didn't
That's
have
the-
a good effect on him.
You don't know, but I still
Like,
tweak
since
out
he
to
was
this
a
day.
kid.
Like I still get like I forget where I'm at. Like I forget, like, and it happened off like. But that's such a crazy story. Like I know exactly where it led from the day it happened, and it's been like 4 years since I've been like 4 or 5 years since I've been clean off weed.
You got too high when you were 16 and you feel like you're still kind of dealing with it?
It was around like 14, 15 where I started like tweaking out. Yeah, like 15. Was it too high? Like yeah, I got hella high. Like before I used to smoke weed all the time. It was cool. I got so high, like I get PTSD whenever like when I smell weed, or like happens when I'm in the backseat of the car at night. Like I'll start tweaking out. Like my brain, like I like leave my body. Like it feels so weird. Like I'll forget who I am.
So you'd probably prefer I don't smoke around you?
Please.
You're going to start freaking out?
Well, first is Ramadan. Alhamdulillah, but it's
Okay, break down Ramadan for me.
Yeah,
Like,
Ramadan. So
what happens during Ramadan?
it's the holy month. So basically, what you're doing is you're fasting, to kind of like remember the other people.
But it's only till like 6 or 7 p.m.,
So it's
right?
from like sun up to sun down.
Right.
But you wake up a little. So we have 5 prayers in Islam. There's Fajr, there's Isha, there's Maghrib, Dhuhr. Wait, my bad. I'm tweaking.
Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr,
There's
Maghrib.
Five prayers. And I'm still like teaching myself everything too, because I've been trying to get religious like within this past like year and a half. Before I didn't know nothing, you know. But you know, we've been all learning together. He's been praying. We all been trying to pray. Like we don't really be missing our prayers. But I'll be like, sorry, bro, I'll be forgetting shit. But Fajr, it's like at 5 a.m. Prayer that we wake up in the middle of the night. Like not the middle. It's like when everybody else is sleeping. You're basically that's like the strongest prayer. Like when everybody else is sleeping and comfy in bed, you're getting up to praise God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you bust down the prayer. But that's around the time that the fast ends, right? So you gotta eat your suhoor. So suhoor is the last like meal type thing that you eat before you begin your fast. So you eat your suhoor, pray Fajr, right? That's how it goes.
Yeah, so like you have a set time. So like let's say 4:57 a.m. and then by that time you have to stop eating. So you have your last meal right there. You pray around like 5:20ish. You pray Fajr. That's like your morning prayer, and then that's pretty much it. And then your fast starts for the whole day. So you don't eat water, you don't drink, you don't do anything like that, especially no smoking, nothing like that. And then you pray your Zuhr at like around 1, and then you pray Asr around like 3, 4, and then you pray Maghrib, and then Maghrib is when you break your fast. So right now it's like gonna be like around like what 7.
So you guys are starving right now.
Not too much.
I mean I'm chilling. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, we used to it.
You're acting like it's no big deal, but for me, one time I had to not eat for 24 hours because I was getting a colonoscopy, which is basically
that's a lot of time,
they
bro.
put a little camera up your butt to like see if you have cancer or whatever. So I didn't eat for 24 hours. Not a gay thing, and
Sure about that, bro?
I swear to God,
It was for the doctor?
it's
for
because like
Plug Talk.
they gotta like they gotta put a camera in your ass to see if you got cancer growing in there. Or anything.
I'm taking the cancer, bro.
It's a very small camera.
I'm taking the cancer, bro.
Really, camera in your ass is haram? I can see it.
Yo, that's wrong.
Hey,
A lot of shit is haram. A lot less than that is haram.
everything's haram for a real reason.
Right.
So
But so you grew up Muslim, but you know you're like kind of on some little kid shit, and then as you get older, you decide to start taking it more serious.
So with the Afghans, they come from like a war-torn country. They're not too like how do you say, like they're not too informed themselves for them to teach us and stuff. They put us in like little Quran classes and stuff. But that's when we were kids. Like, you know, we never really wanted to focus on that type of shit. We just want to go out and play and shit. Yeah. So, but yeah.
So as you get older, you start to like go out of your way to learn more about it and shit.
It's just cause, bro, like, you're so confused with life. You know, sometimes you'll sit there and you'll think life is so pointless and we're on this small rock and all this stuff. But, you know, like, so I was just lost. I was just confused. And I was like, you know, like when you're lost, you get like depressed and all this type of stuff. And I just wanted to find like the real reason and the real purpose. And I started to do like my research and stuff. And like, if you think about it, bro, like everybody's going to die, you know? Nothing's going to go with you. I know you got a lot of money. You think your money's going to go with you when you die?
Probably go to my family.
Okay, but it's not going to go with you to the grave, you know what I mean?
No.
And like, at the end of the day, like all this shit's useless. And this life is just like a test. So why would I spend my life just like doing all this, like, you know, like for instance, like you, like, what they would call you in Islam is a dayut.
Define that.
A dayut is like somebody who doesn't get jealous over their wife. Somebody who like, I'm not trying to say you pimp your wife. I mean, kind of pimp your wife. You know what I mean? Like they say like that's the type of guy that God would never let into heaven. You know,
Right.
because like it's so like, how could you do like such a bad?
I didn't even RSVP. I don't even believe in God.
What?
I don't believe in God. So
Was RSVP?
RSVP, like when you're gonna go to a party, you have to fill out like a form online. I'm not even trying to get into heaven. I've already accepted. Hell awaits.
Oh, like you did some like deal with the devil or something?
Not even a deal. I just don't believe in any of it. So all of it
Have
is.
you done some research on it before?
Yeah, but honestly, it was a long time ago because I figured as soon as I found out there were people that didn't believe in God, I was like, oh, that's me. Okay,
So
yeah.
look, you know, no matter what sin you've ever done in your whole entire life, if you convert to Islam, everything will be forgiven. And it's like you said, like even all the little stupid stuff that you posted on the internet, I don't think you even have to take it down once you repent. Like once you join Islam, it's like you're a new person.
That's like the big promise of all the religions, though, because Christianity,
so.
I grew up in that. They're saying the same thing. Like once you go to God, then everything is
You know,
forgiven.
I'm not too informed to speak on certain subjects, but you know, there's this good sheikh out here. His name is Sheikh Osman from San Diego. He's like, I don't know if you know some guy named Sneako.
I do.
Yeah, like I don't know.
One of my favorite Muslims.
I don't know what type of like I don't know the politics behind all these little YouTubers and
He
stuff.
converted like 3 months ago.
Yeah, but he be hanging out with that guy. I don't know if you see that one like Pakistani guy with the beard. He be hanging out with, and he be like getting on live with them, trying to have him talk with like Gideon and all these type of people.
Okay.
Yeah, like I think he's from like San Diego or something. I mean, that's someone that's really informative that like I kind of like watching too. That someone you could like get your information from. When was have you ever read a Quran?
No.
Have you heard like?
I read a lot about it.
But you hear like how it says so many miracles and like how it's like found out stuff before science and how it's like written so perfect that like no human could have wrote it. Like it has so many like what's that thing called, like plays on words or like analogies? I don't know, like it's so like it'll have like one surah will be like a specific number of words and like I don't know how to explain it, but like all this coming from a man who couldn't read or write.
Most of the stuff I've read about the Quran is like focused on how it has like different characteristics than the Bible in the sense that it's very easy to read the Quran and interpret it literally and to decide that the meaning of it is basically that we should like, you know, kill apostates and people who aren't part of our religion and shit.
Grab that from. So I brought you a gift, Adam.
A Quran to call my own? Holy shit.
So this is the English Quran.
Maybe I'll read it.
I would appreciate it if you read it because it's a gift, you know. And I don't give nobody gifts like that.
From Rondo.
But, you know, you could get like some research. And I know like you do research on all these rappers and all this time. Like you could be having time. Like if you just put like a little bit of time and just like, you know, like this is me like
No, I
trying to be
appreciate it.
like I want you to go to heaven.
At the very least, I'm going to put it up here right next to the box of whoops.
But like don't like smoke around it and do all these type of like
Oh,
stuff.
we'd be smoking in here.
Oh, yeah, like
That's a
it's
problem.
like the holy book. Like if don't like I don't know, like don't do
I
like
don't think it
no weird
belongs
stuff.
in that shelf though, cause that
Yeah,
shelf
'cause I
got
had
a lot
like a
of-
The
girl,
fleshlight.
like alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a flashlight.
Yeah.
Old
Oh, yeah,
English.
for sure don't put it in there.
You guys with flashlights?
No. But like if you take it home, you can put it in like your little library.
That was a good one.
That's an honest question. I mean, hey, like you on your dean, but then at some point you got to go back home and you got to jerk off or whatever, right? Or use a flashlight.
Nah, that's just like a little too down bad.
You guys say the on your dean thing though. That's what I picked up from like hanging out with the Philly rappers. I
we
like
be on
listening
our
to
dean.
them.
Yeah, we be on our dean.
That from them. I don't know if everything translates, but okay, it's kind of like a.
I don't put the weed next to the Quran.
Okay, we're gonna take that. Put that right there. Good point. Well, actually, it's right. Yeah, in general. Maybe I'll just move it right in front of myself like this. Yeah, is that better? Because it's kind of like a trend at this point. People like Sneako, Andrew Tate, but then even within rap, you got like a lot of the Chicago BDs like Tay Savage and Lil Durk and stuff who are kind of getting into the Muslim thing. Like, how do you feel seeing people who don't really have like a connection to it discovering it? Is that dope for you as somebody who's been around it your
I
whole life?
love it, bro. I love it. You know, I love all Muslims. I love everybody. We're all brothers. We're all brothers and sisters. In Islam, there's no race. There's no race. We're all like one people, and we're like the slaves of God. And yeah, bro, you see that Islam is the fastest growing religion, and I don't think it would be for no reason. You see a lot of pastors converting to Islam, but you don't really see no sheikhs converting to Christianity. And if you do, you'll see like 10 pastors convert to Islam to that like one. You know what I mean? Like, it's the fastest growing religion. You know, it's like all this stuff can't be for no reason. You can't think all these people just like did this shit for no reason.
Do you think you would get along better with somebody who's not religious at all, or somebody who's Christian? So like they're religious, but they just believe in a totally different religion.
Yeah, probably the Christian. You know, in Islam, we're taught to love the Christians and the Jewish too, right? Like
All religion.
all religion. Yeah, you're supposed to treat everybody with respect, and we don't really got problems with all Jews. We just don't like the Jews that support the genocide in Israel.
Man, I'm
I
tired.
swear, bro, I haven't had sleep in like 4 days.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
No,
Wow, what are you doing up there? Why are you not sleeping for 4 days?
we drove. One of the homies just got killed. You know, too. Like it's hella hectic right now. Everything's crazy, but there's just hella shit going on, and we be hella busy, bro. Behind the scenes, we be doing a lot of shit. We be doing a lot of traveling, and we be doing like late. Like last night, we were up till 4 a.m., 4 or 5 a.m. Me and him. We was out with like M3s. Nah, what was it, like a M competition, and like we just be doing shit, bro. Like we just be doing random shit.
But you guys are sober? You're really not getting fucked up?
Nah, we be sober.
Especially because of Ramadan, or just in general, you don't fuck with drugs or alcohol or anything?
I just personally I like being sober.
I see that smile. I've heard that a lot of people.
No,
who-
I'm sober. I can't
I-
speak for everybody else in the room.
I hear that there's a lot of people claiming to be sober and claiming to be keeping shit sacred and everything, but then when it actually comes down to it, they're actually just having a good old time in the streets. True or false?
Oh, my bad. Hold on.
What is
We
this?
gotta break my fast.
Bag of. You about to eat a date?
Hey, y'all got some water in here?
Yeah.
They can go grab you some water.
You're supposed to, like, that's the way to do it, like, with a date and water.
Why a date?
You want to try one?
Nah,
Just try one.
I fuck with Fig Newtons. Is that like
It's the
similar?
same thing. It's
Sure you don't
better.
want to try?
Honestly, I'm good. Yeah, that's just
It's
like
kind of
kind of always been paranoid. I never really wanted to eat one of those.
you don't want to eat Muslim stuff. Like
very
a
sweet.
Muslim
It's
try?
just that in general. I don't know. It's just never. Really,
I have never. I see a fig. I want to eat.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'll wait till you're done eating it.
Oh, yeah, it's
We gotta bust our prayer real quick. We gotta
Yeah.
do Maghrib.
What does that actually look like when you pray? You guys are down to do it mid podcast?
I don't know. Is it clean in here?
Of
you
course,
be doing
yeah.
a lot of kind of like the dirty
Where you do
stuff.
that plug talk shit? Over here?
That's on the other side.
You don't do nothing like
Nobody
you
fucks
don't-
in here.
Behind the scenes, you don't.
I don't think I ever fucked in here.
We were gonna do it outside. I don't know. We didn't even want to sit on the couches and stuff. We don't know what you're doing around here.
No, there's very little sex happening here.
Alright.
I want to see what you guys have to hit the floor to do it.
Yeah, but you gotta eat a date if you want to watch this.
I'll step outside. Okay, we back in it. Wow.
Well, start now.
For the people at home, this will be like old news to them already by the time this comes out. But these guys just got to witness the infamous Bricc Baby crash out of 2024. Bricc Baby showed up, and there was a lot of aggression. What was that like for you guys to just witness that? You probably thinking the jumpers like that all the time now.
Shit. We was just minding our business. We don't really care too much. We was just trying to play a game of pool.
Yeah, we saw you guys pray outside, and then we came back into like very different energy.
Oh no, yeah. Bricc Baby walked in the baby. He said what's up with us. And then he walked in the little room and he did his little Dougie. We wasn't really watching the TV too much, but then we started peeking over and he
You started
started
hearing
getting
the
a little
energy.
angry. But I don't know the politics behind that. I
Yeah.
don't really know LA politics, you know. But whatever they had going on, shit, they did that thing. I don't really know. I don't really care.
Just
That's their
Crips
business.
on Crips on Crips on Crips. They just there's like 3 different types of Crips involved in this situation alone. You got the Insanes, the 40s, and the 60s all mixing in together. I'm just trying to stay out of it. But damn. So where were we? How was praying in our parking lot?
It's just like praying normally.
It was decent.
It wasn't too bad. It wasn't dirty.
From my perspective, like one person kind of takes the lead. They go in the front.
That's when you pray in a group. You could pray by yourself too, but when you pray in a group, one person leads it and one person calls it. So this time, usually when we pray, he calls it and he does it, but this time he called the prayer and he guided. So we just followed after. He says everything out loud. We just follow him.
Definitely. No, it was dope. So what do people need to know about your culture and what you guys have going on that people don't understand? Like what are the stereotypes that you have to deal with?
What stereotypes do we deal with? Taliban. I don't know, bro. Stereotype. What
People still doing
That they're
Taliban
not
jokes.
understanding.
like, do they make like? What do they say to us?
Yeah,
Nobody
that,
says shit to us.
Yeah,
just in general. But you guys are in your own fucking world anyway, right?
We be in our own lane. We just be chilling.
Right.
We just be vibing. We just have fun.
So you don't have to deal with like too many other races or groups. You're in your own little community and shit.
Hella people be trying to click up with us and stuff, but we don't like to politic with other people. We just stick to ourselves, and we just we handle our own business. You know, we don't really need nobody. But with this, I've been just trying to get my foot in the music game. You know, like I've been getting good buzz after like 3 songs. I've been trying to work with other artists, but the thing is, with like I gotta be a little careful. I'll be a little careful because I'll be trying to move like 5 steps ahead and stuff. But when you make a song with like a California artist, it gets hella political.
Mm-hmm.
Like you make a song with one rapper, you won't be able to make a song with like a whole other group of rappers. Like, you know, like it falls into like a banner of like one side or the other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then it gets you like it cuts off hella opportunities in like the music game. So right now, just like if I was trying to work with anybody, I'd try to work with like people out of state, like Detroit or Philly. I fuck with that one rapper like OT7 Kwani and
He's
from
dope.
Detroit, FWC Big Key.
Shout out Big Key, the biggest
Key.
op.
He's locked up, right? It's like Free
I think
Key
he
or
got
something?
locked up again. Yeah.
Yeah, Free Key.
I gotta tap in with him when he get out.
Free Rio. I fuck
Free
with
Rio?
I fuck with Babytron. I like Babytron.
OT7 Kwani was supposed to do an interview months ago, but he kept like not booking a date with Laura, and he would just show up at the store and then text me and be like, "Yo, let's do an interview." And I'm like, "Bro, I got like 4 other interviews today. Like, we gotta plan this shit out a little bit."
Like he's busy.
Because he's dope, but he
I fuck
doesn't
with
seem
his
very
music.
organized.
But I'm not gonna lie, he has some catchy ass bars that be stuck in my head.
Yeah, he's funny. But what made you actually really want to rap?
I had like 2 homies rapping before me, Money Made and Taliban Heem. But there was like, I'm not gonna speak on their street situation, but there wasn't like knees deep, you know what I mean? But they did their little things, but I fuck with them. They're my brothers and stuff. But you know, they was making the music, but they eventually just like stopped dropping. They were really inconsistent, and I tried to help them. Like at that time, you know, I couldn't even rap. I couldn't even put 2 bars together. You know what I mean? Like I used to think like, oh, rapping is something that just comes to you. You know, like oh, you're either born with it or you're not. But it's not. It's like something you learn. Like these 2. They're the ones that got me into rapping. Like we'd be up late at night, like 3 a.m. just freestyle. They'd be freestyling. They'd make me like force me to hop in. I'd have like shit ass ABC bars, like some shit that like is so ass, but like, you know, you slowly start somewhere. Within like a couple years, it start getting better, and then we'd freestyle all the time, and eventually got like a little decent. I still wouldn't say I'm good. You know, I critique my music so much that I never even want to drop my music. Like I have to have like the homies. They'll tell me they'll like be like, bro, that shit's fire, drop it, but. I critique my own work so much that like I'm a perfectionist. Like I want it to be good, and I know my shit's still not good. Like music is like it's like art, you know. Like so many different types of music that I'm trying to learn. Like all the different types. Like you know, there's like all right, you master singing. I mean, you master rapping. Then you got kind of get into like singing, like Lil Durk. You know what I mean? Like he'll be like sing rapping or like. Writing good hooks. Like I'm still trying to work on like writing catchy hooks and stuff. You know, I'm just like learning all this little shit.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, Durk is somebody who kind of like conquered drill rapping and then gradually like took influence from people like Future and like kind of moved past it and showed that he could become like a real artist. But he got like his initial fan base from talking about all this crazy Chicago street stuff. But did you want to be a rapper before the murder case, or did that bring it out of you?
I never really wanted to be a rapper. I just want money. I mean, all the shit that we do out here is like haram, and like doing a lot of people greasy and doing all this type of shit. And making music's haram too.
That's
But
what
it's
I was.
a little less of a sin. Like I'd rather not like finesse people and jag people and hurt people and make that type of haram money. I'd rather make like music money. You know, it's like it'd feel better and to me.
I was just talking to this Philadelphia rapper Freeway from back in the day. He was with Jay-Z and shit, and he's super Muslim. And we were talking about that, how it's technically not permissible to make music, in particular if the music isn't promoting God, right?
Yeah, music is haram. Music is haram. I feel bad making music, but I gotta feed my family and stuff. I gotta make a way to this little stuff.
Right. No, that makes sense. But I don't know. Like, you're turning yourself in soon, right?
It's not turning in. I'm just fighting a big case, and I just went to court a couple of days ago before I came here, and they gave me like an extension, so they let me be out for a little longer. Like the case was supposed to finalize this last one, and but there's a lot of shit going on in the case where our lawyer had like a chance to get a little extension for like a month or two.
What was this case about?
I can't talk about it.
Okay.
It's ongoing.
Ongoing. But you already got sentenced?
No. I was supposed to have sentencing. Like I was supposed to have my court date. It's just court is so complicated. But I was supposed to have my court date to see how long I was gonna, like you accept like a plea deal or you go to trial and all this stuff, and then you have sentencing where you like go in. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Yeah.
Right. And so, how long do you think you might end up going away?
I don't know. We didn't go to it was supposed to be this one where they would tell me, but they didn't tell me. So, but I have an estimation, but
A couple years or
something like that.
something like that.
Not in the high, but they was talking about talks of like 1 to 3.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
And are you already, without even having to go in, are you already looking at your life and thinking that you want to start living differently, or is this just how shit goes?
You know, me and the homies, we talk about this stuff all the time, and we, especially when we're kids, we're like, we'd be seeing like grown ass men walking up and down the street, like, oh, this gang, oh, bro, you know, like at this grown ass age, like, how you still gonna like want to do all this like street shit? You know, like we always agreed like by the age of 30, we have at least tried or like changed our lives. You know what I mean? To like at least be like with money or with God especially. And to be honest, like I didn't even want to be a rapper. Realistically, bro, like I want to be a firefighter.
What is it about the firefighter thing? You want to be a hero?
So like doctors, to be it says in Islam, like if you kill somebody, it's like you killed all of humanity. If you save a life, it's like you saved all of humanity, right? Although I'm pretty sure that's what they say, right?
And you're kind of down on the scoreboard right now? You got some making up to do?
No, it's not even that. It might be. All right, look. So, to become a doctor, you know, a lot of people become a doctor to save lives and all that stuff. But that takes hella years. And, like, being a firefighter just looks cool, but you're also saving lives. It's basically
the money is pretty good, I believe. The schedule.
I'd be like a volunteer. You could be like a volunteer one. Like,
oh, really?
I wouldn't really do it for the money.
The schedule, though, if you actually get into it as a career. I was talking to somebody the other day in the airport about being a firefighter that told me it's super political. Like, you got to, like, be getting along with the right people in order to advance in the firefighter world and shit. And I'm like, wow, it sounds like everything else.
Well, that's something I wanted to be as of, like, the past, like, recent years. But growing up, I always wanted to be like a Navy SEAL or a boxer. I want to be a boxer or an MMA fighter because I just love fighting, you know, like.
But all these have the same thing in common, that you want to like be like a champion or like a hero, or like you want to go through some sort of like quest to prove yourself.
Well, I was boxing. It was helping me stay off the streets when I was young, and like back when I was 16, like that's when I was like a little, like I was crazy before that and I was crazy after. But in that time, like I was boxing. I was still getting into a lot of fights and like doing other little stuff, but is when I was like kind of slowing down and I was really focused on becoming like a boxer because I was actually really good, you know what I mean? And then COVID came and all the gyms closed down and everything closed down and there was like nothing left to do, and like that's what like really like when shit started like getting back in, like shit like that, you know? You get what I'm trying to say?
An idle mind is the devil's playground. Meaning when you don't got shit going on, you're gonna start doing some bad shit.
Oh, all right.
Right?
Oh, that's a good quote. That's pretty smart.
You can use that.
Nice.
I'm gonna gift you that.
Wait, what was it again?
An idle mind is the devil's playground.
That's all right. That's all right.
That's why you take your kid and you put them in 8 fucking extracurricular activities so that they don't have any free time after school to get into some fuck shit.
You're gonna catch this guy, probably put that shit in his bio after this shit.
It's funny because you will.
I'm telling you.
Definitely.
But, what was I saying? Yeah, I wanted to be like a boxer, an MMA fighter. That's what I really wanted to be. Like, that was my favorite thing in the world. And my dad wanted me to be too. My dad was always pushing me to become some sort of fighter, you know, like he wanted to become like a champion and shit. Number one, he wanted me to put on for the Afghans and stuff.
But it's a lot of fucking hard work.
Oh, I was down. I was putting in Mamba mentality hours.
Oh shit!
I was going like I was running in the
I'm
morning.
gonna introduce you to the 22 mentality.
What's that?
It's like the mama mentality. It's the exact same thing.
Okay, let me hear it.
It's just
This is the same shit.
you just gotta overwhoop. I don't know. I was pushing the 22 mentality. The book, it's over there, right? I think there's a copy of it somewhere. Somebody, like my boy Michael, bought me the
Somebody
LeBron
whooped you
James
up?
book. No, it's like it says the Mamba mentality, and I think he just scribbled like a 22 over the Mamba part. I don't know, but either way, okay. So, what do you got planned, or like what's coming up in your life, and what's going on?
You know, alhamdulillah, bro. Life is good. Life is good right now. I have plans, but nothing crazy. In the meantime, I leave my life up to God. Like, you know, this whole time, everything's just been happening on its own. You know, like I dropped the song and everything just happened on its own. I didn't really plan most of this. I planned a lot of it, but I didn't plan like all this type of stuff. Everything just like happening on its own. So I'm just letting fate roll out. You know, I trust God. You know, like any situation that happens, like if we take the wrong turn on the freeway or something, I know it's for a reason. It wasn't for no reason. Like I know everything has a reason. You know.
Don't take offense to this, but I feel like Allah has a bit of a sense of humor because he put me and Tommy G into your life, and it's kind of ironic that a couple of white boys might have changed your life in such a way. Not a lot of Afghan hip-hop podcasts, so it was probably going to have to be that way.
I don't know if Allah, you could say that he has a sense of humor. He's great. He's perfect.
For sure. I don't know.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know. I'm still not sure if I should put the Quran.
No, don't put it in there. Don't put it in there.
Flashlight. No, okay.
don't.
Yeah.
You're playing around too much.
I don't want to get a fatwa put on me.
I don't know. That's black.
You don't know about the fatwa?
That's black magic, right?
No, fatwa is just like kind of like preaching.
It's like if you're such an op of the Muslims that every Muslim has to try to kill you.
I don't think that's what fatwa.
Yeah, it is. They had one on Salman Rushdie because he wrote this book called The Satanic Verses, and I think he was like Iranian. And still to this day, Muslims try to kill him everywhere he goes. We're not talking about Salman Rushdie.
You're I'm 999% sure you're uninformed.
No, they stabbed him in the fucking face.
Okay,
like a
but
couple,
that doesn't mean
like
every Muslim. Like I'm
no,
Muslim
obviously
and
not everyone, but like
I don't even fucking know who he is,
certain
bro.
Muslims hear this and they're like, okay, we're on him.
There's different groups of Muslims. Like there's the Sunni. We're Sunni, and then
the Sunni and the Shia.
Then there's what is it? Wahhabi. There's what's the other one? Hanafi.
O Block.
What? I don't know. There's different ones, but basically, maybe it's one of those other groups. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's probably some other dudes. For sure. All right. So, what should people search up if they want to tap in with your music? What song would you recommend?
I mean, they're all decent. They're all.
You got 3 out right now, right? Or those are just the videos?
No, just 3 songs in total. I got a 4th one coming out like these next 2-3 days. I got a couple more. I've been making some good shit. I just be hella lazy, but I just make music at random times. I don't go to a studio. I just make my shit in my room. Like I bought the equipment and shit. Like I just watched a YouTube video on how to do it, and then I had a friend. He kind of bitched up, but he was making music before me, and he taught me. I feel like he was getting a little jealous or something because he was making music for like 3 years, and I made it for like a month and already had more streams than all of his songs combined and shit, you know. And but at that time, like he would record me. He recorded my first song. And then he started getting like hella jealous. And he's like, oh, I don't want to record you no more. Figure it out yourself. Like start learning yourself and shit. And so then I'm a quick learner. I figure everything out myself. Like I teach myself everything. So I'm like a man of many talents. I like to learn. I'm always learning. I'm a student of everything. So he showed me, and then I learned a lot of it off YouTube. And so what I do now is I just record like my vocals and my ad libs. I put the beat. I know how to put everything nice and organized, and then I just export it and send it to my boy Ja. Shout out Ja, the producer.
Ja or Josh?
JAAH _ on Instagram. Ja.
Oh, okay.
That's bro.
For sure. Yeah, man, I'm fucking with the whole movement and stuff. The music's good, and you guys definitely got a crazy story. Thank you for also teaching me about your culture and everything.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
You fuck with Afghan food?
I'm down with whatever.
You ever had like
I'm not gonna
kebab?
eat not a date. Yeah, I was just in Turkey. I had a hell of a kebab.
You fuck with like kher kebab?
I don't know what that is exactly.
Kher kebab. It's like a type of meat.
You've had kher kebab before for sure.
Maybe.
100%.
I think he has.
No, you for sure had kher kebab.
The craziest kebab experience that I've ever had with the Armenians is like they just have this like giant piece of bread, and then they had all these skewers of like steak and like fucking liver and shit on top of it, and you just take like you just rip off chunks of this like giant piece of bread, and we're just like scooping up meat and just eating it off the grill, and it was so good. You guys ever just stand around a grill and just eat straight off the grill?
Yeah.
Like just take the kebab off the skewer and eat it.
Yeah, it was like at least a little bit.
You gotta let it cool down a little.
Yeah, we let it cool down.
Yeah.
But that's one thing I learned from the Armenians is to just eat the meat with just a
I've
tiny
never met
little
an
piece of bread.
Armenian.
They're dope. There's a lot of overlap with your culture, I think.
They speak Farsi, right? Armenian?
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah. They do.
They speak like a weird type of Farsi, though. No?
They do. I don't know. I've heard somewhere that Armenians speak Farsi.
A lot that some of them do, yeah. A lot of the Armenians, there always like a conversation about who's whitewashed and who isn't. Meaning like who's staying true to the Armenian culture versus who's like being too affected by American culture. Y'all want to talk about that?
Wait, say it again, bro. I'm lost.
Like basically, like some of the Armenians will be accusing each other of being whitewashed and shit.
Oh yeah, we'll
Because-
do that. Like if we run into like a whitewashed ass Afghan, we'll be like, you a white guy, bro. You whitewashed, bro. Like some people they don't even know they're like. See, me personally, I can't like get mad at them because like me personally, I'm not the best at my own language.
But you're like blackwashed because you said the N-word and shit, right?
Man.
I mean, that's got like a different version of it, right? Because with the Armenians, you can pass. A lot of them could like pass for white.
I don't know what it is in LA, but in the Bay, it's different. Like I don't know the politics of everywhere else, but it's just what everybody's saying. Like I don't know. Like LA is cool. Like it's got its hoods, but the Bay is treacherous, bro. It's like really Gotham, bro.
Honestly, like, I lived in New York for a long time. I lived in LA for a long time. It's like all the Mexicans and whoever says it. Like
You been to the Bay?
Yeah.
Like you lived there?
Nah, but I've been there mad times over the years.
Yeah.
San Francisco's a fucking war zone. I went there in the middle. Last time I went there probably was like middle of COVID, and it was the craziest. Last time I went San Francisco, I've been going like since 2008. And I went in 2020.
What do you
and
think?
it was
Like
the craziest
over like
shit ever.
when you first went there and when you see it now, like how drastic of a difference is it to like what you see?
It's fucked. It was always pretty crazy, but it's like really fucked now. The crime is so much worse.
I feel like it really all got bad when they passed that law for shoplifting, for like when they said like over 950 or something. I remember when it first got passed, it was like 2-3 years ago.
It's unfortunate because I feel like the only solution is to just lock up way more people. But that's
They
probably
don't
what
got
they're going to
too much
do.
room for the people in the jail.
You gotta build some new jails.
I mean, it's kind of it's a small island. It's a small island.
Yeah.
I don't
Ship
think-
them out to Kentucky. They probably got some room. right?
Reopen Alcatraz.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. Why did they even close it?
I don't know.
I don't know. Switch it up.
You think jails like rehabilitate people, like they like fix them and throw them back into society, or what?
I definitely see the problem with jail. I just also, at a certain point, when you have like societies like Washington and Oregon and San Francisco that are like seemingly overrun with criminals, it's kind of like, I don't see what you're going to do besides just start charging people more aggressively and actually locking people up and make them scared to be doing crazy ass crimes and shit.
There's a lot of crash outs out there.
Yeah.
And I don't think they really care about the time.
Yeah, they don't care about it. Why would people shoot up schools if they know like
They're
they better
suicidal.
go do life? They're not gonna get away with it.
Shooting
They're
up a
gonna be
school is
people.
pretty much like,
Yeah, that's-
I want to die /
I
get
wanna
locked
go out
up
with
for the
a
rest of
bang.
my
There's
life.
gonna be thousands of those people throughout life. all the
Yeah,
time.
but I'm talking about more moderate criminals, like people who are doing shoplifting shit, or people who are just being crazy as drug
Just cut their
dealers and
hands
shit.
off. if they shoplift, cut a finger off.
Well, that's going back to your country, right?
Instead of jail, they should do that. And then
I mean, hey, be honest, Adam. If you went to the store and stole right now, like say you were broke, like you would go steal, right? But say if you saw them put somebody's hand on the table for stealing, would you steal?
Well, that's the same logic of why they probably need to throw half of San Francisco in jail.
Nobody's scared of that shit.
You gotta put. I'm just saying, don't do that, guys.
Yeah.
Don't do that. But what do you think about what's going on in Israel and Palestine?
I try to stay out of it.
But all right.
I listen to a lot of podcasts about it. I don't have any easy answers, and I don't feel like it's really my area of expertise, so I don't really get into it.
You haven't seen like all the children like getting killed and all this stuff. Like, what do you feel about that?
That's what happens in war.
No,
That's
but
not a
this is
war.
not a war. This is like
Well, it's like
Trying
one
to
of
be
our
an invasion.
longest standing wars. Like when we dropped nukes on Japan, a lot of kids died then too, but ultimately we decided it
this
was
is
for
like
the best.
ongoing for no reason. They'll try to say that it's for a reason. Like that's you throwing a pebble at me and I whip out my fucking grenade launcher. You know what I mean? Like it's overkill.
I mean, Hamas could stop it all right now if they just release the hostages.
Or, bro, they've been doing a whole genocide. Yeah, just hey, bro, I took you, bro. Like you took my people. Nah, just
Israel's
kill all
made a
your
lot
people.
of attempts at peace.
So, bro, I think you're just.
It's tough to
I
have
think you're brainwashed, Adam. I think
no,
you're brainwashed.
but it's tough to
brainwashed.
it's tough to really go for peace when you got neighbors
You're brainwashed,
that
Adam.
are sworn to your destruction.
think
But
you're
again,
brainwashed?
I don't really get into this.
Sure, brainwashed.
What do you think? You think he's brainwashed?
You don't even believe in God. That's like
Brainwashed.
I know, and I am against the idea of Israel existing in the first place because I think that the idea of a country existing solely for a religion is wrong. However, if anybody's going to have their own country, it should probably be the Jews, since throughout all of
Jews?
history, pretty much everybody's been trying to kill the Jews.
fuck 'em.
Fuck them.
Free Palestine.
Okay, I appreciate you being real because I know how that's how y'all feel about it.
Stand on business. Stand on business. It just depends on what type of Jew it is. It just
That's for
depends.
them. For me, all of them.
No, it just
Fuck.
depends.
Respect for keeping it real because a lot of people try to sanitize their opinion
No, I
about
don't
it.
sanitize shit. I stand on business and I stand on. Bro, they know that I say whatever's on my mind. I'm not scared of nobody, and I don't care if I'm whatever for these people what they gotta say. I tell you whatever's on my mind all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if like I won't sign no fucking deal if they say something like I gotta say this type of shit. Say this. No, bro. Like I would never sell my soul. I would never lie. If the Jew. Like there's Jews out there's good people, there's bad people. There's good Jews, there's bad Jews. There's Jews that support it, there's Jews that do not support what's going on in Israel. So why would you say fuck them Jews?
There's some Jews that don't support it.
Yeah.
Don't fuck those Jews.
Yeah, don't fuck those Jews.
It's not fuck those Jews.
Yeah, you see?
Fuck
You see
the rest.
what I say? I changed his mind on some like, you know?
Right, we cleaned it up a little bit.
No, but if that's really his opinion, I wouldn't care.
That's my opinion. Like,
But
everybody
you
got
see,
their
he
own
just had a
opinion.
misconception.
But like the majority of Palestinians think that the Jews basically need to be eradicated.
No.
Right?
Nobody fucking
When
thinks
you
that.
look at the polling, it's staggering.
It's not.
It's not like a fringe
No,
opinion.
bro.
And most of them support Hamas.
Bro, I support Hamas.
Well,
Real nigga. Real shit. Bro, if you're gonna go and do a genocide, these are the people. This is like the Taliban, bro. Like, the fucking, what did the Americans come to Afghanistan for?
it's not really much of a genocide when their population's booming.
Bro, what if they fucking knocked off half of LA right
But I'm
now?
saying, like, over the past couple of decades, it's not like the population is actually hurting. Like, if they were trying to eradicate them, they were doing a pretty terrible job.
Bro, they just fucking bombed all of Gaza.
Well, that's war.
It's not war when they're not going
Just
to
because
Israel.
it's unfair, just because one side is more well equipped than the other,
Who's equipping them?
it's still war.
Who's equipping them?
Joe Biden, baby.
We need Trump. We need Trump.
I knew this was going there.
Where's Trump, bro? Trump 24.
Make Gaza great again. Hey, I appreciate you guys for real. Thank you for coming
yeah.
through.
I appreciate you.
And
for having us.
definitely tune into my man's music. Search it up on YouTube and all that.
Yeah.
And
Rondo.
and best of luck if you got to go sit down. And definitely let me know once you get out.
Yeah, for sure. We gonna get some shit cracking. We just working on a little shit right now before it happens. We're just working on like the clothing brand and our production and all this type of other stuff. So we're just getting everything ready before that happens to make sure everything's like, getting everything ready.
Let's get
For
it.
the worst. Yep.
All right. I appreciate y'all. Much love. Thank you for pulling up and sharing your story. No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, TikTok, Patreon, Instagram. Like, comment, subscribe. NoJumper.com if you want to support.
Free Palestine.
Tell us.